Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another wonderful day in the Link to the Past Randomizer League. My name is Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, and I'm co-commentating with TabbyCat54. How are you doing tonight, TabbyCat?
Doing great. How about yourself, Scruff?
Doing good. Here to enjoy another wonderful race against Unknownavailability versus Hazukitty. Of course, I'm not going against them, but they
Fails.
are going to be giving us a wonderful performance. We've got Beard Force 1 and Talarumis. Whoop, looks like we're starting.
All right. Looks like we're not really finding much out right off the bat, but we are getting probably an. Oh no, wait. We have rupees, so we can actually go down, get some bombs, and possibly check some Sahasrala right off the bat.
Ooh, that's lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, that was a map check. Looked like we had 5-6 crystals over in Eastern and Tower of Hera.
I think we had a pendant in desert. It looked like the red one as well.
Yep, that was correct. Good eye.
And the fish only gives us a heart today.
Oh, the fish gave us some love.
Looks like unknown availability going to go against expectations and actually just go up here to Sanctuary.
Ooh, interesting play there. Looks like we're lucking out with that tree pull, though, giving us some bombs. So Hazukitty is going to be A-okay going forward.
And Lumberjack only got a little bit of love right now. So it looks like that, as Chat's pointed out here, Beard Force 1 actually does have the 3 points, and Tyromis has 9, and we are looking forward to a great race here. It looks like Beard Force 1 really needs this win, and Tyromis just looking to keep on their streak.
Getting that Houlihan going, giving us a lot more money so we don't have to worry about farming it later. Although with having 2 red 20s here in the Lost Woods, I'm guessing it really does just grow on trees.
And this is a play we often see here with the going straight to Mini Moldorm and skipping the dam. He's probably going to end up routing the dam with Agina later.
Ooh, we are getting ourselves a mini Moldorm check now. Yeah, got pretty decent enemies. Those can be quite a pain to time, though.
I really wouldn't want to
Case
time
in point.
those with the bomb. They're a little bit even worse than the Moldorms themselves.
Oh, yeah. Over on Hazukitty's side, we find ourselves the Moon Pearl and Half Magic. So that is 1/3 of the puzzle for Dark World out of the way.
And unknown availability just taking him down like it was nothing.
Ooh, well, Mini Moldorm Cave not giving us much, but we got a little bit of a fetch quest going on. See if he's gonna check on over to Ice Rod Cave or he's gonna follow up with that mushroom.
So at this point, if you do go to Ice Rod Cave, would you actually try to fake flip here on Inemizer, or just kind of ignore it until we get those flippers?
Unless you're feeling real ballsy, I would definitely ignore it. Enemizer fake flippering is just a pain in the patootie. Ooh, that's not bad for Hazukitty there, getting the Canaburna and the Fire Rod over in the well area. That's gonna make it a little bit easier.
Absolutely. Invincibility items in Inemizer is just so valuable. It's almost even more so than in any regular mode.
Ooh, Chicken Coop actually looking dangerous, but not that bad. Just stealing the old lady's heart.
Well, that's not very nice. I just noticed that Hazukitty even has half magic, which that is half magic plus Burna equals just easy mode, right?
Oh yeah, we found that over in Blind's Hut, and that is gonna just do so much good for Animizer Seeds. That's one of the toughest things when you run into just any type of Animizer. If you get bricked by crystal rollers or giant spikes, the game doesn't take into account what items you have for the enemies that spawn. That's why it doesn't spawn red Igors in certain areas, or pretty much anywhere that's required to kill them. It's just basically saying, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn something random here that won't break the game. Have fun.
I will say I do love the fact that they have killable thieves. If they didn't, I would be a little bit more upset with how many thieves we've seen over the last few days.
Oh yeah, killable thieves are a blessing in disguise. You do not want to get stuck on some type of setting where you get these thieves that not only do damage, but are invincible.
What? No chaos damage thieves? What?
Yeah, let's go ahead and petition the league to go ahead and switch this Animizer thing over. Just do it over, get us some chaos damage. It'll be fun. Said no one ever.
Sarcasm is really dripping from your voice today. Are you still suffering from that heart attack from yesterday's raid?
Yeah, I'm still thinking I'm actually dead, and this is just the afterlife.
We are seeing a Hulan from Hazukitty as well. It's a very nice play early on, especially whenever you are very close to Zora money in general. So we're gonna probably get some South Shore action going on here now, but really not.
Yeah, Kakariko wasn't doing much good. I mean, we got a lot of potential goodness, so to speak. Of course, we got the Moon Pearl that's going to be helpful for Dark World access. We've got some Fire Source, which happens to be damaging, and we got our Invincibility item. So it's more of like an overall utility Kakariko than a huge slap of progression.
So we're gonna get our first look at the dam here. Wonder if Hazukitty is going to go over to Agina or if they're going to go over to.
With the stuff that Hazukitty has at the moment, I would not be too surprised if they decide to head over to Ice Rod Cave. Especially since we don't have a glove, we don't have a book, that's one check. Ooh, we do have our lamp though. That is okay. This is another aspect of Animizer that's just a pain in the butt to deal with. Dark rooms are typically not an issue to deal with for randomizers because you know where things are, you know what rooms have what enemies, and it's always the same. Animizer throws that wrench into the whole mix, and you could have a dark room with 7 Lionels in it, or 3 crystal rollers, or a couple of death spikes.
I kind of like what Hazukitty is doing here with the Burna. It's um, you know, it is a little bit more accurate than just throwing bombs. You know, even if you know where the enemies are, you may not hit them. With the Cane of Burna, you can be like, okay, here it is. I'm going to just get.
That and the Cannaberna actually does help with a couple of decent boss fights. If they run into a blind or an Armos, that's going to be super easy pickings.
Yeah, just corner that Armos in the corner. Yeah, that thing.
Yep,
And
just bully that Armos.
redundancy is yeah. Uh, just I'm almost hoping for a boomerang Armos, but at the same time, I really hope that they actually do use the Cane of Burna since they.
Well, since I'm not playing, you don't have to worry about seeing a Boomerang Armos. It's all good.
Oh, we are going to get some fake flippers going.
Now, this is pretty dang dangerous, because as you know from watching all these wonderful randos, or just playing it in general, when you fake flipper, if you get hit, you either soft lock, or you instantly die. One of the two. There's no in between. And with randomized enemies, yeah, instead of a Zora, you could get a Crystal Roller, or a Flying Jelly, or a Thief. And
Or a
technically they hurt.
guard. Or a guard.
Oh god, the guards.
Okay,
Thankfully,
so I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a red guard going after
Blue Guard, most definitely.
you? Red guards are just they're just mean. Oh, with that is a hammer. Hazukitty has
Ooh. Now that's a good sequence break. Now, funny enough, this tells us one of two things. If we find the flippers in the light world here before basically having to go to fight Aga, then this is possibly going to be a sequence break that will make it for Hazukitty.
one other interesting thing there. That little explodey thing, and one thing that you can see whenever you use the flippers is you can get stuck on like little pixels that come out of the wall. Um, and Hazukitty got stuck on that for just a moment, and
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get hit in those silly situations. Unknown availability, though, turning in that mushroom and getting the glove, so that is our third piece of the puzzle. It is out of logic so far, but hey, once Hazukitty finds that, then they're set. Dark World is not a problem.
we got a green guard over here who's gonna pull. No,
Ah!
Hazu, no! Oh,
I'm not going to call
well,
that commentary curse.
yeah. My apologies, Hazukitty. I am very, very sorry.
It was all Tabby's fault. She's the one that did it.
Oh, I don't like this back of escape at all.
Oh, goodness. I mean, at least it's not as bad as it could be.
I would almost rather have seen Hazukitty go back there, so we might have been able to see more of that. But I think that Hazu is going to go through the front.
Yeah,
Oh, the mirror.
ooh, that's an excellent start. Oh man, that's just screaming Tower of Hera.
That is very true. I would. Oh, and very nice hit with that hammer there. I am almost guaranteeing Hazu is going to go through the front now.
Now, what's super interesting here too is that we have both Eastern and Tower of Hera accessible and full clearable, assuming the bosses aren't something evil like Trinex or Argus or. Actually, no, those are the only two that we can't kill right now. So yeah, as long as it's not an Argus or a Trinex, we can complete both those dungeons and then immediately go get the 5-6 bomb, basically, and go open up the pyramid crack.
Wow, you're absolutely correct. Oh no, a Lionel. Why are Lionels in
Woo!
Hyrule Castle?
Oh, it's because everyone loves it when you get terrible things.
I mean, I just want to have Trinex in the 5-6 crystals. That's all it is. I want two Trinexes, but I don't think we can in Moldorm's room. But as we found out last night, you can definitely get Trinex in.
I'm okay with, like, getting a million Trinexes. That'd be the greatest thing ever.
See, Trinex is not one of those bosses that is just super hard. He's a very appropriate almost last boss. We have unknown availability doing a dark room that I wouldn't do.
Yeah, this is kind of one of the bad reasons for doing dark rooms. Because you hear that wonderful bit of noise. Yeah, that means we've got a spike that's about to say hello to our face.
but he gets it.
Kudos to unknown availability. That is a darn hard room to get through if you are blocked by some invincible enemy.
I can't tell you the amount of times that I've done anything with an miser that I see one of those big brown spikes that are just right there in the way.
The evil spikes of death. Hazukitty about to find out what's in the Dark Cross. Looks like it is vanilla. So yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and continue on and get themselves. Well, seeing as how they don't have the glove yet, they're gonna go ahead and find out that the back of Escape is just a whole bunch of nothing. Now, Unknown just needs to head over to Turning the Mushroom and we're good.
Oh, there's a map check here. We have green pendant at Skull Woods. We've got another pendant down there at Misery Mire, and everything is else at Crystal.
Very nice. Okay, so we won't have to worry about flute being required, but we are still going to need everything else, unfortunately.
Sometimes you hate whenever you don't see the flute at all because it just you want that flute for that awesome mobility, but not seeing the flute in this situation is actually better.
Yeah, being able to avoid a pendant dungeon in its entirety is quite nice. Now, bad news for unknown availability here. If the Boston Tower of Hera happens to be something that can't be killed with a fire rod, then he's kind of SOL.
Yeah, he sequence broke up here, but he did not sequence break to go grab that hammer. So, my guess is we're gonna not have the hammer there for a little bit.
Yeah, this is going to be a tad odd with routing. So, I say we're either finding the flippers here shortly, or... Ooh, the bow. Nice. Well, there's some more damage at least.
I'm gonna guess that Hazu's gonna immediately go over here to Eastern. He's got the fire rod, the bow, the hammer. We can pretty much do any boss that can throw at us, other than Trinex at this point.
Well, and Argus, but yeah,
Well, and
that's...
Argus.
Everything else will be a cakewalk.
I mean, who finds Argus when they don't have a hook shot?
Losers, that's who.
We are not advocating that people who do not have hookshot and have found Argus early are losers. We promise.
I speak from experience in that department.
I actually saw it earlier this evening in one of the races.
I experienced it yesterday evening.
Oh, right. I didn't think that you didn't have the hook. I thought you got it.
Maybe it's Cold Stare that I was thinking. Yeah, it was Cold Stare
Yeah.
and Trinex. Those evil puff balloons. How dare they?
But if I'm Hazukitty right now, I am really, or Unknownavailability, I am really hoping that I do not find a cold stare back there, because we don't have any bottles with magic in them, and we may not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully we find ourselves a full magic refill, because otherwise we're gonna be hurting. Enemies have been pretty tame so far in Eastern, though. That's actually quite nice. Ooh, that was a fairy. Ooh. Okay. I think that may be the full magic.
It is. It does have one prize pack drop of that. That's going to be full magic.
But will Hazu get them?
Well, the question is, what prize pack is that particular?
That is true. That's a good question there. Hmm. We'll find out shortly.
Well, if we find any jellies or dongos or horsemen, vultures, anything like that, or as Ohado puts it, the beanbag blob, sorry, the ambush beanbag blobs, uh, then we could get.
There you go.
In fact, it is the next thing in line.
Ooh, that's our Titans, Mats.
There's Titan's mitts. Oh wow.
Okay, so yeah, that hammer is 100% out of logic for now, and I'm thinking we've seen those flippers for quite some time.
I'm gonna go with flippers in or in Skullwoods, one of the two, because that's where they like to. At least when they're not hiding in.
Oofa. See, that's the trouble when you're trying to do these dark rooms, and, you don't have the lamp.
And unknown availability doing what pretty much any. Oh, there's that full magic. But any one of us would do if we die in a dark room. We're just gonna say no.
I don't blame him.
Let's send some good vibes down to him and say go to the. Oh, he listened.
That's not a bad dark room to have either. Nothing but thieves and snakes.
Well, unknown availability is going to get his lamp here soon, and it's definitely going to. I'm going to estimate we either going to see a couple rage slashes, or he might even drop a bomb.
Rage slashes without a sword. I love it.
I mean, how do you do rage slashes? You have a sword when you have those?
True.
He might have just been, the of course. It looks like we're gonna get a couple new checks here. What's on the ledge, and then what's in Agina. Fortunately, nothing on that desert ledge right now.
Let's see if the old man cave decides to pay off.
Oh,
Ooh,
hello.
a
Um,
Mothula fight.
I'm okay with Mothula because Berna does hurt it, and hammer shots on Mothula in a room without spikes are pretty nice, to be honest with you. And Hazu takes it down like it is nothing. So that is at 24 minutes and some change. We have our first crystal.
Excellent job for Hazukitty. And that's one of the 5-6 down. Hazu will be able to go ahead and climb up the mountain now since they found the gloves. Let's just hope they go ahead and find those Titans mitts over at the mushrooms soon.
Oh, I think we're about to see a pod play. Yet that out of logic hammer is not slowing Hazukitty down as he goes over and gets that, opens up some pod action.
Well, it's full clearable, so it's not too bad. And that bow will make sure they can get back to the boss, and with a hammer, that's an easy kill. So we just gotta go ahead and double down on it not being Argus or Trainix at this point.
Or Hazu's going to ignore pod and go elsewhere. Yeah, I could see a hype K play on this, to be honest, because that's something that, hey, what if there's something in there like an ice rod and you find Trinex?
That is true. I mean, as long as we actually find that ice rod pretty easily, then it's not going to be a problem. The issue is, of course, just finding that dang ice rod.
And unknown availability counting items and finding that I believe we do have the map in Zelda's cell, and he's not going to get that. And Hype Cave is just, well, ether, so swaggy. We can rate it a swag out of 10 because of the swag.
Swagalicious. Overworld enemies aren't actually being too bad right now. Things are kind of slow moving or just weak, so it's easy street right now. That's a good thing.
As we see a Wizrobe who's like, hi.
Wild John Cena appears. Are you sure about that?
Are we sure about anything? Let me see. Unknown availability. Re-entering Eastern Palace. This is Eastern Palace 2. The Revenge. And Hazukitty finds a sword in K45.
Ooh, nice. Everybody likes that pointy stick. Unfortunately for Hazu, since they don't have the Titan's Myths, they won't be able to get the quick way to Village of Outcasts. But this may actually be beneficial for the routing. If they decide to head back to the Pyramid Catfish area, they can go ahead and turn in Mushroom right then and there.
Ooh, Blue Goo. So my guess is what they're going to do is they're going to mirror, they're going to go around, turn in that Blue Goo, and we may actually see them do the full thing all the way over to at least to that one cave Graveyard Ledge. They may do that, or they may even decide, hey, you know what? I do have that mushroom. Let's go see what it is.
Ooh, that would be pretty good. Ooh, first check at a sick kid though. Let's see if we get anything decent here.
I mean, that was our fourth heart container or heart piece on that, so they did get a heart container out of it.
And hey, early health is always a good thing.
Hazukitty just making sure that you got the thing from the, well, bottle vendor dude that I couldn't remember his name for a second there.
The thingy!
The guy with the stuff, maybe?
The guy with the stuff at the place and the thing. Speaking of things, here's Unknownavailability's next jump into Eastern, having fun with those thieves.
He's had enough. He's like, nope, Perna, just do the thing.
I'm getting through the wonders of Eastern pretty quick. Uh, Once again, just finding a whole lot of nice enemies to fight, so not going to be a problem. Hopefully he saves enough of his magic so he has an easier Mothula fight. Because, other than arrows, he's only got his fire rod.
Oh, that is a good point. I had forgot that for a moment there, Hazukitty uh, had a hammer. And he's saying, not today, Mothula. We'll come back later.
We'll play again another day. Well, Hazukitty's going to be able to get through Thieves Town pretty easy. Looks like we're just running into the jellies and... Oh, never mind, there's the Lionel.
As you were saying that, the Lionel and Hokupoku said, "Oh, you were summoning us, correct?"
Here's a hug.
Okay, what is that bunny sprite?
That is an adorable bunny sprite.
Well, Hazukitty taking a death there, but I mean, with almost everything in this dungeon doing about 2 hearts of damage on green mail, sometimes those things happen.
Yeah, everything kind of hurts a lot. Which is a tad unfortunate.
All right, well, I think we're about to go see the boss here. If I recall correctly, we did see 2 items here in the front of Thieves Town. So let's see. Oh no. And Hazukitty says, "You know what? I don't have an ice rod. I'm leaving. Goodbye."
Goodbye. Pretty good routing from the two of them here. Gotta say, it's actually quite nice. We do have some diversity, since Hazukitty doesn't have Titan's mitts. They're planning on going a little further north. Well, Unknown Availability is going to go ahead and take the southern route and then go straight back through.
I definitely approve of Hazukitty's route here. Just I'm very partial to Graveyard Ledge still, so um, I kind
It's a
of
good play.
it is, and I kind of wish that they find boots, or maybe you'll find boots right here.
Something good, worth the effort of walking all the way over here.
A little piece of love.
I mean, they've still got some low health in green mail. Health is good.
I mean, if I was playing Enemizer, I would say health is the one thing that I want more than anything. Then again, I get bullied by anti-fairies, so that's just a thing.
Anti-fairy, why you bully?
Yeah, overall, I definitely approve of all of every one of the routing pieces that we've seen so far. It's, you know, using all of their items to their biggest advantage, and I think we're about to see a mountain play.
Come on, something good? Oh, just more love. Ooh, Hazukitty finally going up the mountain.
So, I think that this is really good on Hazukitty's part. They can actually do uh, the entirety of the mountain, other than, of course, they can't do Dark Death Mountain, unfortunately, but they can do the rest of it, and that's a lot of checks.
That is. Plus, is, again, as long as Tower of Heroes wants to be kind with our boss, they can go ahead and get that other 5-6 crystal and then get the pyramid ready.
Yeah, and if that could be going through Hazukitty's mind right now, it's just, oh, I can get that 5-6 crystal. I can get possibly something really good out of it. And waiting to route the pyramid and catfish and the other whatchamadeal, witches hut. Yeah, nothing there. That, that's actually really good routing there.
Let's see if Unknownavailability is going to be able to traverse through Thieves Town a little easier. Oof, down to half a heart. This is not going to be very easy. Oh, okay, good. Take in the death warp so that way they can refill their health. That is smart.
But they could give the audience a heart attack for the next, minute. I like being on half a heart of health. It's fantastic.
I too enjoy heart attacks. They're so much fun.
Actually, that looked like they only got one item out of the back of Thieves Town, so Hazukitty might have missed something here in the back.
Unfortunately, Hazu kind of died on their way to the back, so it's probably going to be one of those, yeah, I'll come back later.
No, they actually found Trinex and said, "Oh, bye."
Oh, they actually found Trinex. Okay, I missed that. Never mind.
Yeah, they went all the way back and they found Trinex and they said, "Bye bye."
Yep, looks like Unknownavailability did the same.
I don't know. What would you do in that situation? Would you actually just go clear out the rest of it and then just have the peace of mind that, hey, Ice Rod's not in the back of Thieves Town, especially since you only found that one item?
That is a truly risky situation. I'm not sure how I would actually go about that, but truthfully, I'd say this is actually a better play for them. That way they don't end up messing around, finding something, useless. They can come back and just do it in one foul sweep.
Oh, just Biddy up here. Now we have we do have that, but we don't have a second sword, so this isn't going to be as easy as we think.
Yeah, this is the part where I would go ahead and just stay in the back and start hammering away at this stuff. Because, oh boy, is it annoying.
I would be throwing bombs down into the arena and then be hammering as well.
Thankfully, Hazukitty does have a lot of arrows, so you can go ahead and use that to their advantage.
Ooh. Yeah, so I think that um what Hazukitty's probably gonna do at this one now that he knows that um Biddy's there, he probably is gonna, I mean, I would guess that we would be throwing bombs in the arena. We're gonna hammer it. We're gonna make sure that we don't get blindsided by another eye.
Yeah, I mean you want to be able to take down as many bosses as you can. Thankfully, the way the enemizer settings are set here, we can only run into two of three different bosses. So we've already seen one try next. It's a very low percentage that we'll see another, but chances are good we don't have to worry about it. Not a whole heck of a lot more in Tower of Hera per se. I'm hoping we get something good over here in the whatchamacallit, the Death Mountain area. That would be nice.
Looks like Hazukitty's thinking, "Oh, well, look at that. I don't have to worry about things, and let's just do this over here, okay?"
There you go.
Because a lot of times in the heat of the moment, you're like, "Well, should I do that? Is that going to actually be okay?"
Now with unknown availability joining, his fight's probably going to be a little bit longer because he doesn't have that hammer. But with those arrows, he may be able to go ahead and change the outcome a little bit easier.
Hazukitty is very, very smartly saving 8 arrows for Vidi himself. So, oh, we are gonna
Oof.
we're gonna see.
Yeah, you're going to want to be careful. That stuff hurts like the dickens.
Hazu is doing fantastically well on this. I do not envy them this fight at all, having done it before myself, and ooh, it's never a fun fight whenever you don't have silvers or anything.
Right?
I mean, we have the expert on fighter sword Vidi in the booth with me. Right.
I wouldn't say expert per se, just able to avoid death.
And I believe that is the last eyeball, and Hazukitty's got those 8 arrows. Gonna be making quick work. Ow. That hurt my soul.
Oofa.
Ow. I'm very sad. I think
See, that's the
Hazu
thing that kind of sucks. I mean, in that situation, the eye should have spawned, but because all the eyes were finished over on that one side, it just basically lagged, thinking, oh, I don't have anything else to fight, it's cool.
Ooh, but I think we all feel Hazu's just that rage pause there just said everything that we needed to say.
And this is the troublesome thing when it comes to Inamizer. Uh, it can just be so taxing on you, mentally and physically.
I can definitely say that if I was in this position, I'm very glad that I would not be on comms at that point if I was playing the scene, because there would be very many words I cannot say on restream right
So many words. All the words that you would never want to say.
now. We are gonna see a fight we don't like to see here. So
Now, thankfully, unknown availability is not going to have an issue when it comes to getting the big eyeball to actually behave itself. But yeah, not saving those arrows means that he's going to have a really long stage 2 boss fight.
and while it's not Trolldorm and how bad it is, it's
It can be
you get
nasty.
hit, it hurt.
Case in point.
Ow. I feel for these runners so much. Oh, Hazukitty, I think we're about to get the Tower of Hera Part 2, The Revenge, coming up here.
Oh boy.
Because Viddy is a dirty cheater. So, oh, that was tempered. We're definitely about to get a revenge here.
Oh my.
So, where do you not want to see Viddy? Like, if you had to choose where you would not want to see Viddy, where would you not want to see Viddy?
Tower of Hera.
And going Mothula. I am still salty. It's been what, months? 6 months? 7 months? So, I will say if anybody plays the Swordless Seed, Skullwood's Viddy is the worst, especially if you don't have silvers. But I was actually told that you can actually pop the eyeball into the spikes and it does, I believe it's like gold sword damage to it.
I believe you can, actually. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that is correct.
And we are getting Hazukitty versus Tower of Hera Part 2, those
The
eyeballs.
Reckoning.
Those eyeballs are going down.
Viddy 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I like it. I do like the prize pack that we are getting from those skeletons right now and the crows and such. Getting that where we can get an 8-pack bum, we can get money and fairies and full magic. It's so nice.
That it is. The prize packs are just a godsend when you get the right ones. They can be so clutch.
Hazu saying, "What you gonna do this time, huh?"
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Viddy boy? I, like you can even almost see it in the sprite's body language, even that it's the same sprite, but you can tell by the way that Hazu's playing it that That is very angry. Very, I will kill you.
I will murder you and everyone you love.
Hazu, be careful. You can only take 2 more. My heart hurts for Hazu right now. I know this pain.
It is the pain of 1,000 deaths.
Okay, so see, here's the thing. This is how it goes. The first death, you get nettled a little bit. You're like, you know what? I can do this. The second one, you're like, no, we're gonna come back later. Now you've come back later, you got a better sword, and then it happens a third time. You are out for blood, and you are in total. I am doing this. You have soiled my pride, and I will gain it.
You want blood.
As someone who has made this walk many times because of Viddy or Herasaur or any of these, man, I fully feel for Hazu. We did get our first crystal from Unknownavailability though, so they are currently tied with Hazukitty.
Excellent job.
And we may be seeing a play up the mountain again.
Ooh, I hope so.
What if these are flippers? What if Viddy here has flippers? We didn't find both items, did we?
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
My only reasoning on that is why would Unknownavailability be going back here again without anything? And knowing what we know from Hazukitty's side, Tara Hera has to have progression.
Right.
Or it's in the back of these.
Hoo-hoo-hoo. Hazu finally getting revenge. Oh no!
Oh no, that's a slap in the face. It's like, oh, you think you're gonna kill me? Have my key to my basement. Sorry, I'm not going to carry my goods on.
Oh no.
To answer a question here in chat, I don't believe they did check Skull Woods, but I think Hazukitty's about to check. But if we think about it this way, I believe that Hazukitty can now do the let's see, the big red bomb. However, without the flippers, the big red bomb is not.
Yeah, unfortunately. See, this is where things get tricky. The nice thing is technically it's in logic if they do AGA 1, because they'll have tempered and they'll have the lamp and they've got the mirror, so it's doable. Not preferred, but doable.
That's a good point. The game may be saying, hey, this was, while AGA 1 was not required, you can still put it in logic by doing this. And we have Unknownavailability, the Revenge. And this Revenge is going to be a little bit more explosive. But I will say, I really like Hazukitty's routing on this. And I will also say, I'm glad I'm not the one playing this.
I was gonna say, at least my seat was a whole lot kinder.
Two Viddies with fighter sword was kinder than this. All right, what is in Pyramid Fair? The shovel. That could have progression on it. Actually, if they were to say do Aga 1, for example, and um, then all of this would be in logic, and the game would still be like, well, it's technically in logic still, because you don't get anything out of Aga 2, or Aga 1, rather. You just get.
You just get a big old face full of surprise.
See, see what unavailability is doing here. This is exactly how I would have handled. Yeah, chat has a good point. The tracker has our awesome tracker Scrub Casual here has a really good point. Um, both of the swords we've got, other than fighter, have been completely out of logic.
Oh, that's right. They were over on East Death Mountain, so yeah. Oh, that is terrible.
Okay, then where are the flippers?
That's an excellent question.
Oh no, unknown availability. You got the. Hope we've seen Smith Chain. And unknown availability takes down Viddy and gets that key and his crystal, so he too has the 5-6 crystal.
Ooh. And Hazu is going to go ahead and make her way back to Zora. Now, this is actually in logic because we had those gloves. So maybe we've got vanilla flippers.
We also might see a splash delete if we don't for waterfall. And we're gonna see Hera basement now. If this is something, because I only believe we found one item. If this is something, then Hazukitty's not gonna go back there for a while.
Oh, that's true. Oof, that'd be tough.
We found some progression.
Alright, so that opens up desert, checkerboard. If ether. Nah, we still need boots or hookshot. So yeah, that's desert and ether. Or sorry, desert, misery mire, checkerboard. There we go.
And Hazu bailing on the Hera basement, it actually paid off for Hazu because it was only a green rupee. So Viddy's treasure was. I mean, unless it was some very, very old rupee that was given to Viddy by Viddy's great great grandfather or something.
I like it.
I mean, Casper's treasure was just a baseball glove, actually. I think.
Well, there's our Rudy Toot Toot. The bird is loose, and are we going to 6? No, I think Kazu is going to go ahead and check out that shovel, the food spot, and see what we got underground.
Well, we've got some nice diversions again going on here. Like the rest of the race, we have had some divergence, and then it closes in on the 1 or 2 dungeons that we can do, and then have the divergence just spread out again. So um, I'm hoping for progression here, but at the same time, I'm almost hoping unknown availability gets it too.
That would be pretty nice.
Well, if that was only a bottle, now if it was something like we got a bottle from a bottle, or not a bottle. So we got something really good there. It's like flippers in Skullwoods, and then we get something else in Meyer Shed, and that would just be insane if both sides were to give us.
Let's see what we got, though. Have unknown availability going to check out the back of Skull Woods. This is just the green pendant, so may not be necessary, but this is technically going to be 3 items in this entire dungeon, so maybe this is going to pay off.
We are getting that Meyer and Meyer Desert Ledge checkerboard at all. The medallion for Misery Meyer is bomb. So we definitely have a medallion hunt on our hands too.
Let's see if Meyer Shed is going to pay off. I mean, technically it did pay, just not the way we wanted.
Very true. One thing I found interesting about the Dark World crows and Dark World bats is that is different from Light in Dark World, for example. The Dark World crows are actually the same damage table as the murder dactyls, and then the uh, bats in the Dark World actually have treasure that can go with them.
Ooh, we got ourselves that blue nick on Hazukitty's side. Now, sadly, that is pretty much all of our checks for the Mystery Mire area except for the desert. So maybe progression will be in there. As long as it's not boots locked, it should be clearable.
Oh, Cold Stare in Moth's room.
Oofa. Oh, and
And
just out of it. I don't. Yeah. No magic to refill, so oofa.
I think we have everyone who's done any kind of boss shuffle has had Cold Stare in Mothula's room, and it's just like having Vidi in Moth's room. It's just no fun. Are we trying again for a waterfall fairy check? I wonder,
Maybe? Or.
or
No, this is a
Ice
nice palace
Palace?
play. Interesting.
That is, I mean, that's a good play.
That could pay off, yeah.
Hazu's like, you know what? I know that there's logic in this game, but who needs logic whenever you've got skill?
Who needs logic? Sequence broken hammer, no flippers. Let's do Ice Palace.
I mean, you could also argue maybe this is, what they know and they just want to do what they know best. Or I I got nothing.
Or just tease us and decide to go elsewhere. Who knows?
I wonder if the Hera basement just got into their mind and they said, wait, I haven't done that yet.
I think that's what we're about to see. Um,
Or we're
that's.
going to see
Oh, yeah.
Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep, it's straight to Dark Death Mountain. Now I can appreciate this play.
I mean, it's only 2 items, but hey, at least we get Turtle Rock Medallion knowledge.
3 items.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I thought that that was the powder on the ledge, and I was like, wait, I'm not going to say it, but I'm pretty sure.
Yep, that's definitely powder.
I mean, an Inimizer, the chances that you're going to have so many anti-fairies is so great that's like, you know what? I always love that pull there. So unknown availability is really just, keep on keeping on. He's staying in logic. He's doing his thing, and probably gonna see him go back over to Skullwoods, possibly, maybe do a Smith chain. Things that we would expect to, see in logic. And Hazukitty, I'm pretty sure we are gonna see an out of logic Ice Palace play, and that's okay.
Oh yeah. Just throw caution to the wind. Have fun with it.
I mean, that's the name of the game, is to have fun, and it is entertaining for us, so I'm cool with that.
Oh heck yeah. And if you're enjoying the race, feel free to go ahead and follow these 2 runners. Not only are they pretty awesome when it comes to this game, but they're really awesome people.
Well, to kind of answer our tracker here, maybe Hazukitty is like, I am so done with how terrible these bosses have been that I need to laugh a little bit.
I mean, I know I'm laughing. Yeah.
That's because you're mean.
Because I'm evil.
That is true.
Man, those Lionels are just not being kind. Ho ho! Flippers! Alright, so guess what's in Logic, folks? That is an excellent find for unknown availability. That's going to go ahead and push him towards Hobo, so he is going to be able to get his hammer. That is excellent.
Yeah, I can respect the waiting until you got the powder to do smith chain, because then you could do it all at once, and it makes things a lot easier, especially since you can just mirror flute done. Or not even mirror flute twice, but mirror, do all this stuff, then mirror and then flute. You're good.
Oh yeah, it's so much nicer. Unfortunately, this time it's not paying off, but having powder is such a great convenience within a miser. I mean, you're not going to be able to find a lot of anti-fairies or just anything in general to go ahead and get fairies often, I would say. But again, when you have that opportunity, you're not going to pass it up. Now, with have that hammer in hand, a lot has opened up for unknown availability. In particular, the tempered. So that's going to make boss fights a little bit easier for him. But we are also going to go ahead and see our waterfall checks. This will be interesting.
So, thinking on what happened there in Thieves Town, um, you know, I probably would have been one of those people that, oh, I'm gonna go back and do it, and then it's like, oh, I just found flippers, but I had already found all of the water checks. I don't. So, I think Hazukitty is attempting to do the purple chest glitch, where go run down there and turn in the purple chest without the purple chest being behind you.
Yep. Um, Thankfully, this is actually doable since Hazu's already checked K45. You don't have to end up losing that. So as soon as Hazu appears in front of Gary, it's gonna be like, "Oh, hello, here's your lunchbox. Enjoy."
And Unknownavailability gets his flute.
Ta-da!
And Hazukitty's just saying, hello, how are you doing today? And I'm going to sit on you.
Let me sit on your face.
Shh, Scruff, not on stream.
Now let's see where we are going from here. Maybe finally checking that final item in Spike Cave?
We saw Spike Cave be
Wait, did
Hera.
we?
Believe it was a heart piece.
I'm completely losing track of things.
It's okay. We can listen to the flute song and figure out where we're going and where we. See, I don't remember.
Oh, it's the
I don't
basement.
remember them picking up a boomerang. Yeah, they're going to the basement, and they're going to get their commemorative.
Yo, dog, I heard you like rupees. And lo and behold, the single rupee! Ba-da-da-da.
So, Here comes the next question is where is Hazukitty gonna go now?
That is an excellent question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Hazu hasn't done the front of escape yet. Okay.
I was almost sure that they had. Oh, they died.
Yep. That death will get you.
So I'm going to agree with chat here and say that she's looking for flippers. She doesn't want to do something so incredibly out of logic as doing, Ice Palace. So let's see what's next.
Flipper's gotta be somewhere, right? I mean, everything's somewhere.
We know that flippers are at the back of Thieves Town. No, we wonder when she's gonna go back over there. Do it, Hazu. You know you want to.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
I mean, you could tell the struggle there of do I do this out of logic or do I not? Do I throw caution to the wind or what do I do? You know what? Throwing caution to the wind.
Go for it.
And gets a ice hug.
Yeah, I think it was more of a death warp to get some more HP. Going down there with 3 health is not that fun.
I did not see the health. Okay, that works. Now the question is, does Hazukitty know the icebreaker? Because that is one of the new tech that was just implemented recently.
That's an excellent question. I'm not 100% sure.
We see Hazukitty item dupe to get the flippers in Ice Palace somehow. That's a good point. There is no cane. You know, that would be it'd be useful if I actually recognize that they did not have a cane.
Nah, I'd still want him to go ahead and attempt the icebreaker. That'd just be awesome.
I mean, would that be out of logic though? I mean, not out of logic, but I mean, what?
I mean, impossible, yes. So technically, you're not wrong. It would be out of logic. Out of logic and excruciatingly difficult.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that right now, if Hazu wills it, it will happen.
If you build it, they will come.
nailing that ice palace bomb jump on the first try is very nice. Also, Scruff, you want to talk about what happens in Inimizer with this IPBJ?
Wonderful little thing. And you notice, even though Hazu happens to be getting the lineup perfectly every single time, for some reason it wasn't wanting to go. Oh, never mind. Hazu wasn't getting it. Okay. So, if you so happen to have a floating enemy in this wonderful room right here, it will not allow you to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. It basically does not set the pixels up correctly, and it makes it so even though you have it set up right every single time, it will kick you back. It won't let you proceed until you go next door, kill that flying dude, and then come back.
I remember Hazu talking to me at one point and saying that that was something that it took a lot for them, and I'm actually pretty proud that they were able to get it so easily. Because you see it happen on almost every racer will do that bomb jump. Every single racer does it, and it's one of the first things that you learn if you want to race. You got to do the ice palace bomb jump. But in reality, it's not an easy bomb jump. It's just it's a fun time really, but it's not something that's easy.
I think Hazu is having a little bit of a malfunction there, but it's okay. Quick reboot and we're back in action.
I honestly think maybe they were like, wait, I just got that. It means I can actually go immediately there. And it's just kind of like, just probably a happy day for them.
Oh, happy day.
We have a Landmo.
Ooh, Ice Landmo. This is actually one that's not that bad. I mean, if you're going to be stuck with a couple of different type of fights, this is actually one that's fairly decent to have.
I will say the red cane lives on in my heart. That's why I just believed that they had it.
If you believe, it will happen. And with that, we have ourselves another very out of logic for Haozu, Crystal.
And I believe that Hazu actually did not find any items in there. So the decision if they are going to go back in is very well warranted.
Now for another fun part, where do we go next? Without those flippers, we can't actually get into Swamp Palace. However, Unknown Availability is logically able to get in there, but unfortunately, with that hook shot, we're kind of stuck at the first two chests on the inside of there. So, do we take that risk and go in there, or do we go ahead and follow Hanzo and do Pod?
You gotta think. Do you think unknown availability believes that they are behind right now?
I'm honestly not too sure. I think there's an inkling in the back of his mind that he's like, how is my opponent doing? Am I that behind? Or are they just having an equal amount of terrible luck like I am?
I believe that if unknown availability really thinks they might be behind right now, they may decide to do the big gamble and go to swamp. But as you see here, they're not sure where they want to go right now. They're kind of like, well, I could go here, I could go there, I could save and quit. I'm not sure what to do at this point. There's so many things, but so little things at the same time.
It is a pretty tough decision, honestly. Definitely will be intriguing to see which way they go. Ooh, they are gonna go with the Ice Palace play. Alright. So yeah, at least for them, this is in logic. It's not gonna give us any progression, unfortunately, but this is going to gonna go ahead and give him a crystal.
Well,
Meanwhile, Hazu... Hmm?
we don't know if it's not going to give them any progression because we didn't find an item in here with Haas.
No, we found bombs.
There's two more. Just thought there. Sorry, did not mean to interrupt you.
It's alright.
I'm seeing the safety room we rarely see on Hazu's side, though.
Is it the safety dance?
Hmm, not sure on that today.
The safety dance. It's a safety dance.
Is it bad that we just had a conversation about them not having red cane and I still expected unknown availability to somehow attempt the icebreaker?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I need to pay attention.
What is this attention you speak of?
I don't know. So, I think that unknown availability has had lost the key for a second, and those rats kind of got away from.
Whoops. Ooh, hookshot and
Look
pod. Alright, that makes swamp full clearable as well. That is nice.
that is going to push Hazu back to Thieves Town, almost guaranteed, because it's got to be weighing in the back of their mind. Hey, I didn't do this. This is this. What if it's there? It's the only place I haven't checked. I got to go back there.
I agree.
And good persistence on unknown availability's part. Looks like he was having a little bit of trouble on that bomb jump, but gets it and keeps going. All right, we have a new check with the big chest here in Ice Palace. Which is actually not a bad thing. See, since he found a key there, he can. Oh, well, Hazukitty just completely derailed my train of thought by finding the boots. Well, if unknown availability so chooses, they can actually go. They can actually go back and go to find go to those other rooms that they hadn't been in before. Um, But this Ice Palace is effectively, I believe it is effectively boots, or not boots, but hookshot lock.
I believe you are correct there.
Actually, no, because you were able to get the big key and the small key before you got to Cold.
Oh, yep, yep, yep. That is, yeah. So as long as we got those two, it would have been really weird routing, but it would be doable.
Yeah, so they there may yet be a progression here in this place that they're in.
The place with the thing and stuff and the what?
And I really feel for unknown availability on this room. I have been here. I've done that. I probably have the T-shirt.
I too want for nothing, but I get everything.
Now, Scruff, talk to us about this bomb jump here that he's doing.
This is a fun one. This is actually the much harder version of the Ice Palace bomb jump. Not only do you have to go ahead and set yourself up on two separate pixels, but you basically have to do it in such a way that you bounce off. And it's kind of hard to do. I think he may have gotten it. Ah, no,
It
no.
was very close.
The best way, you're about to die, dude. Yep. Anyway, the best way to do it is to go ahead and use a spin slash while you're getting close to the corner, and then just drop the bomb right there. That way, you're set up on the right y-axis. Meanwhile, Hazu finishes off that wonderful troll dorm in Palace of Darkness, gets the next crystal, so yeah!
Hazukitty is up 4 crystals to 2 crystals right now, and unavailability saying, you know what, I'm not really feeling this right now. Let's go over to Pod. Are we about to see it? Are we going to Thieves Town?
Oh, I hope so.
Hazu, where are you going? No, no, go back.
No, go back!
I'm trying to project my thoughts into the past. So we can have a link to the past.
Oh, the puns.
I'm already in my room, so I can't go there. Well, unknown availability is going to have another moment of why did I go there? I should have gone here first, and this will not be the first time this seed that he has felt that way. First time, of course, was finding the lamp after dying in a dark room. This time will be finding the hook shot after dying to bomb jumps.
Yeah, that's gotta sting a bit.
And us commentators, we're racers like them, and we know exactly where they feel, how they feel right now in this situation, as we've done it.
Oh, yes.
Now, Hazukitty has a full thing of magic here. Um, it's got everything he needs to be able to clear out Cold Stare here at the back. So I'm hoping that we can get that green pendant turn in, and I'm hoping that's going to be Bombos.
That would be nice. With Hookshot already in tow, that would let us full clear Misery Mire. And you know what that'd also do? That would let us pulp head. Nah.
That's not nice. That's not nice at all. I feel you're projecting your anger from earlier at that daily. Um,
No. No, of course not. I
yeah,
wouldn't do that.
I really want to just put your emo. And Hazukitty has these bomb jumps down pat. That is definitely not the first time I've seen them just nail a bomb jump, and they're pretty good. And the bomb jump that we saw there in Skullwoods is not one that you typically see. You typically see it going from the front to to the big chest there. But what Hazukitty did was, they might not be as comfortable with that one. So maybe they decided that, I know this one. I know how to jump over them stars. Let's get that instead.
Yeah, I gotta say, major props to that. Being able to go ahead and successfully take something like that. It's not only interesting, but saves a little bit of time.
And unknown availability getting his hook shot, and I was surprised I did not see a couple rage slashes there. Maybe they're a calmer racer than I.
Yeah, much, much calmer.
It's like how I race. I do feel for Hazukitty here with the anti fairies really being bullies there. I've been in that situation more times than I can count.
And the annoying thing
Having
about
them
those little ones there, it's like, it's the turning ones. Those are the annoying ones, because you try to hit them with the powder, and it's like, eh.
well, I mean, Hazukitty is sitting really nice for that cold stare, so oh
Whoops.
no. Wall master.
That's alright. Master was like, here, have yourself another fairy.
In this situation, if I saw my magic this low, and I know the normal boss here is Mothula, I think I would actually just go my normal route and just pick up those little pots.
Ooh,
Or
lucky drop.
convenient magic is convenient.
Just avoid that dang Wallmaster. There you
Okay.
go.
Hazukitty is just going to annihilate Cold Stare here in a
Absolutely destroy its face.
and I apparently just missed it, but looks like Unknown Availability got a mimic clip.
Ooh, nice.
I don't envy Hazukitty here in this one.
Oofa.
Oh, oh, he has fairy.
Ooh. Oh, ooh, that's good. That's good. All right, that's 2 puffs. Come on, keep whacking. That's 3 puffs. He's got it.
Nice. Very nicely done.
Ba 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 da.
Oh, I don't like that room. I don't like that room at all. How did I miss that room
Go, good
before?
lord. That's a lot of mean guards.
Oh, and it looks like the prize pack for the hammering of the frozen guys this time is the arrow prize pack.
Yay!
The interesting thing is that there is the stun prize pack, which is what you would normally see with frozen guards. Then there's the frozen ones that you hit with a hammer is a different prize pack than the ones that you had before.
Mm-hmm. The wonders of all the prize packs in the world.
All 7 of them.
Exactly. Ooh, getting a Saha pennant turn in. Let's see if this pays off. Again, it technically does. He paid you for your services. Thank you, Saha. We appreciate the money.
All right, so are we going to see a Thieves Town dip now?
I sure hope so. Because you're kind of running out of places there, Hazu. Hazu, no. No, Hazu, go back.
Hazu, where are you going? Desert.
Oh, I bet they're playing the long haul here. Maybe they're like, that ped's looking enticing.
I'm not, I mean, after everything that we've been through so far on this seed, I would say that Ped's looking enticing as well, with that ice rod being, possibly just sitting there going, hello. But neither one of our runners has the book, so we do not know if that Ped is going to be necessary.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know, it might give Scruff some PTSD, though.
Just a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just gonna do a rehash of what we've already seen. Unknown Availability is going to be very disappointed with what they find in Pyramid Fairy, and Hazu is a little bit away from giving us something new, but it should be pretty interesting. Ped seats are always great. But once again, if you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and give these two a follow. They're doing this out of the kindness of their own hearts, being on Restream, racing for our entertainment. Also, shout out to our Scrub Casual tracker here, who is actually named Scrub Casual. Pressing those buttons, making sure everything is correctly pressed so we know exactly what's happening.
I'm going to agree with chat here and say that I don't think we're going to see Pet anytime soon, but who knows? That ice rod could just be sitting there just saying, someday, someday.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I forgot that desert had the Trinex.
I did as well. Thank you, chat.
Never mind. Way to ruin my dreams, chat. Thanks.
Dream is dead. I can almost guarantee that Hazukitty, as soon as they see that that Trinex deck there, they're gonna realize that the dream really is dead because there's nothing that can be on there. Bombos is what's needed, and yeah, there's
Yeah, I
really
kind of
just
need Ice Rod and Cane. I mean, it could be Silvers for all we know. That might be necessary. Not immediately, of course, but if they really, really want it.
I mean, really, runners of this caliber, I would be very surprised if they needed it.
Alright, Hazu, go to Thieves Town. Go, Thief!
I'm pretty sure my bad pun earlier just prevented the Thieves Town play.
There you go. Gotta go right now. Alright, so this is going to open up Swamp. Well, Unknownavailability is going to go ahead and get into Swamp. Even though he is a crystal behind, this may give him a little bit of an edge if he can find Cane and Ice Rod and Bombos in here. That would really set him up.
Unknown availability, just remembering, draining the dam, that is a thing. When you get really in the moment, you're just like, I've got to go in there right now, and then that pesky dam.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of can't breathe underwater. This isn't Ocarina of Time, unfortunately. So you kind of need to drain it.
I mean, they're in the blue. Well, no, he's in the red mail, so yeah, he'd be totally cool with the lava part.
Oh, no. Ooh, our wonderful tracker deciding to be evil. Cursing these two wonderful players with the thought that Ice Rod is in the basement of Thieves Town.
Well, Hazukitty's going there right now, so we're good. I would say that the ice rod is in the big key chest of Ice Palace. Because neither runner was able to get to it.
I would like that. I really would. I mean, it's evil, but I would like.
Well, when in doubt, progression is in that chest, so.
It's Schrodinger's progression. It's in that chest until it isn't.
I didn't believe he actually went back to check on it. I think he died and then he just left, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, there you go. It's the thingy!
And I think we're about to get another Swamp Palace from Hazukitty. They're going to make a high five here.
Alright, second chest coming up for UA. Let's see if that's gonna be Kane. Hopefully it is. Nope, it's a big key.
And Hazukitty getting some potions. Oh no. Going to
Ooh.
Waterfall Fairy.
Oh, right. Hazu never went over, so at least they're gonna get their red armor.
But I mean, blue armor is perfect to go through Swamp Palace. You can breathe underwater. Just gotta get your iron boots.
UA going to town on that little jelly bean.
I'm pretty sure that was all rage. It's like, I'm not gonna rage slash at chess, I'm gonna rage slash at this poor
I don't blame him.
One thing in this mode here I really like is the fact that you don't actually even have to flip that switch to be able to
Yeah. And with that new diver down, fun little glitch, you actually can go ahead and fill that water up without getting the key first. Nifty little thing. You can set it up right there, walk through the door to the north, and then pick up the pot and grab the key.
yeah, I was looking at how to do that on there, and it seems like, I mean, it should be, it looks, well, of course any runner who does it, it makes it look so simple, but every time I try it, I end up just, you know, bombing.
Yeah, that's a good reason right there why you don't try and practice swag during a race. At this point, I'm thinking either UA believes he's lost or he's just having fun.
He might have practiced that, because if you can actually get that, that's not a bad thing to do. But I think it's just like what happened with Ricky last night in another race. He had practiced a couple glitches a million times, and he was able to get it every single time in practice. But the moment that the race came, he said that it wouldn't go. So it's probably something just like that.
Yeah, race game jitters can do that.
That's why I do not Harapot in races.
Man, that freaking Harapod. I don't know why it's been giving me so much trouble lately.
Right? I mean, I used to be able to do the Harapot every single time, and recently I haven't been able to get it in practice, in races, in my dreams.
Whole day, every day. But that's why it's good to practice until your fingers bleed.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
that's guitar.
Spike, Spike, buddy, can you move, please?
I mean, why would they want to move? I mean, they were in the perfect position to get lunch.
I mean, that would be nice.
I will say one thing I do whenever it comes to any of these new techs, what I will often do is I'll try it a few times in practice, and then I will be like, okay, I'll kill off the big pig, get my race screen finished, and then I'll use that same seed because it has my sprite, has everything on it, and usually, we know where to go to get stuff, and just use that so I can know how to do things with my sprite.
True. And that's the fun thing too. If you practice with different sprites, it's gonna go ahead and give you a couple different ways of doing it.
Oh, we have two cold stairs.
Ooh!
And this one's a whole lot easier than Moth's room. But then again, anything's easier than in Moth's room.
Right. That's one puffball down. Let's see if... Yep, that's number two. And... that's three.
Makes it look easy.
Oof. Only possible progression so far was that book. That'll go ahead and open up Bomba's tablet and Ether tablet, which is probably... Well, no, those are the only few places we can really go at this point. Aside from Hookshot Cave, this is more than likely going to have our progression.
And Ice Palace.
Ah, true. Very true.
I might have commentators cursed the runners into that.
Shame on you.
Would not be the first time in the last 3 days. It will definitely. All right. Is it?
Come on, Vanilla Tablet. Oh.
It could be.
Ooh. Someone's finally going back into ice. Nice. We should be able to get a full clear out of this one.
Yeah, and I believe that he also, yes, he does. He has those keys, so he's going to be able. Well, while we are watching them do their thing, this is the Dark World Conference, and this is the Pyramid of Power division with Beard Force 1 and Tau Rumies. So I know that Beard Force 1 is going to need this win so that they can have 2 wins in their conference, or in their.
And I do believe this is actually the team's first game out of this week. So if they're able to go ahead and win this one and secure another, that should go ahead and get them in the decent position going into week 4. And fantastic Ice Bomb jump going for that.
Just kind of looked over it. It does not look like they have scheduled their next race yet.
Hazu making quick work out of that little puffball. Woof. Chat telling us that yes, they did already have another race earlier. Turns out the other one was Monday, so I'm not sure if the total did update or not. Unless Oof, that is kind of mean. Unless I didn't have much luck with that earlier race.
Oh, it does look like that the earlier race was where Beard Force One has secured their first victory.
Oh, good. Okay, so this was their first one. That's nice.
That would be my guess of what I'm seeing here. Thank you, chat, for keeping us honest.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It said that last Monday was Beard Force One was the losing team and Tile Roomies was the winning team. So they won one some other time.
Ah, okay. Ooh, here we go. Hazu checking out Ether Tablet. This has got to be our progression.
I promise I can read good.
Oh, okay. Huh. Wait, no one's checked Spy Cave yet, have they?
Yes, Hazukitty did.
Oh, okay, good. Phew. But with that cape, we got Bumper Ledge, but didn't we already check Bumper Ledge?
Did we check Bumper Ledge?
I can't remember. Now, we do have Hookshot Cave coming up, so that's a good sign, at least.
The seed has just completely made us all sorts of woo. We have no idea what's going.
That is true. This one has been a weird seed. I mean, we're going on a little over 2 hours, so our runners must be feeling something here.
So, yeah, we just got our looks like our fifth crystal on unknown availability side.
Ooh,
So we are tied.
that was a cane. Come on, Bombos. Bombos or Ice Rod, come on. Bombos!
Bombo.
Alright, so depending on the boss, we may have both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock beat. Let's hope Turtle Rock is gonna be nice.
All right, Hazukitty, you got this.
Hazukitty! Yo.
But it looks like unknown availability is going to make up a lot of time right here.
Oh, very true, yes. Oh wow, I was gonna say, they're getting really close to being neck and neck now.
You know, Hazukitty, they checked a lot of other overworld checks before they came up here, so it was at this point that really the unknown availability just go into Hookshot Cave. That's all they had to do. And strap on your seatbelts, guys. We have a race.
Ooh boy. So once again, it's come down to the hunt for the Ice Rod. Once we've got that, we can take care of the... Well, we don't need to worry about Desert Palace.
Oh
Um,
no, they.
oh, wait, hold on. That's right. If Trinex is only in Desert Palace, we don't have to worry about Ice Rod. We may essentially be in Go mode.
No, it's not. It's also in Blind.
Oh, it's in Thieves Town? Ugh.
Yeah, it's been in Thieves Town the last 3 times you asked about it.
Dang. Okay, yeah, so we're definitely needing that Ice Rod.
Of course, I have to jib you about. The Swamp Palace was
Was that a cold stare?
Cold Stare. That was Cold Stare.
Yeah. So we've seen 2 cold stares, 2 uh, Trinexes, and that's about it so far. We haven't seen another 2. Another twofer.
So far, Turtle Rock has been a little dry, but
Kinda
we
meh.
are we're just at the beginning.
Hey, we're making progress. That's what counts. Yeah, still looking for that one last item. This is definitely a good idea.
We had that 1 in a million chance that was going to be a key there. That's actually, I think, what, an 8.75%.
Mm-hmm. And if there's another small key in the big chest, then that's like a 4 something. Or like a 0.07. It's something minuscule. It's crazy. But Inemi's rooms have actually been, again, quite kind. These could be a whole lot worse. We haven't really run into anything like more crystal rollers or giant spikes.
We did run into our chain chomp friend that was a little bit loose.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to give him feathers. I mean, flying chain chomps, that's just silly.
We're gonna mimic clip check or mimic cave check. Is a throne with a star. Fun thing about Hinox is that if you throw one bomb at them,
They will explode.
that's funny. Okay, I didn't realize that the bunny sprite was. I love it. I love that. This sprite. Wait, that was a small key in the big key
Ooh.
chest. I think Hazukitty needs to go play the.
Right?
That also means that there are up to 4 items on.
Now it's
Nope,
3.
3.
Also, Wallmaster in that room is super rude.
Glad he doesn't follow you downstairs.
Right? Good lord. At least the developers are kind enough not to torture us with that.
All right. Is Ice Rod going to be on laser?
That's chest number 1. That's chest number 2. Here's chest number 3.
That's 3 items.
And a compass. Oh my gosh.
And we are in go mode. 2 hours and 10 minutes and 24 seconds in. Hazukitty is the first person here in go mode.
Bum
All
bum
Hazukitty
bum.
has to do now is just go back to Thieves Town, kill us a Trinex, and then we can go up there and make some bait.
And everybody will be happy. And this is a race. I mean, look at this. We got basically one person about, I'd say 30 seconds ahead. And that's one bad Ganon fall.
We do not have silver, so that could also be the difference between, if somebody picks up silvers on the left side of GT and somebody just goes full right and doesn't get them too. And Hazukitty saying, you know what, this race has taxed me way too much. I'm just going to use Kana Burna and get it done.
Had enough of that nonsense, is just gonna go to town.
And at 211, we have unknown availability getting there. 211.50-ish. We had unknown availability also getting into go mode. So we are less than a minute and a half, 2 minutes away between the two runners.
So Hazukitty exiting Turtle Rock at 2:12. Let's see how UA does it.
Hazukitty seemed to remember, oh, I have to go clear Thieves Town. Hang on.
Oh, right, there's other stuff I need to do. Whoops.
I mean, to be fair, after this, I would be at the same point as them. Wait a minute. What else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, not only is this like mentally taxing on them, just being like, "Oh man, I can't believe I've done this for 2 hours." It's, "Oh man, I can't believe I've done this for 2 hours and my opponent hasn't finished."
It kind of just, I will say that in this situation for me, I would just be saying, okay, so they had just as hard of a time as I did. That makes me feel a little bit better. Obviously I'd be feeling behind right now, but I would be feeling a little bit better.
Oh yeah. And looks like Hazu does have a decent lead. Getting what is this? A minute and 35-second lead? Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough for us to be able to find the big key, and the other person being barely done with Trinex here.
Yeah, that's a big lead. This really could boil down to GT routing.
Well, we are almost done, and this will be our 7th crystal. And do you know what that means, Scruff?
Yes, indeed. You want to do the honors?
I think I will. I'm gonna press this button right.
Break the button.
We are going to be going up into GT. There are 22 chests in the basement of GT. One of them is going to have the big key for GT, so we can finish this game. You're going to see some numbers popping up here in chat, and that's going to be where you think the GT big key is. You have until Hazukitty enters into GT to get your guesses there in chat. And if unknown availability does enter into GT and finds it before Hazukitty, we are still taking Hazukitty's find of GT big key.
Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Da-da-da-da-da.
So, Scruff, where do you think it's going to be?
Oh, I have somewhere excruciatingly trolly. Tile room.
I'm going to go with the Hope Room. So, um, actually, no. I'm gonna go with the Stalfos room, so Dark Magician room, but the first chest there. So I'm gonna go with.
Well, they're having a little bit of time with those Hinox, just not having much fun.
And unknown availability also going to be heading up there too, um, to the mountain. This seed has been so hard on both of our runners that I am rooting for them both.
I concur. There we go. Okay, Ganon's Tower, here we come. Guessing game will cease the moment that Hazukitty walks into that tower. And guessing is over. And going to the right, we're checking out the Hope Chest. Gonna be a fun one. Gotta start with these two. Hopefully we find ourselves a small key. First is actually a set of bombs. Second is another set of bombs. So, ain't no going right now.
Well, they could go to the tile room. They could make the biggest gamble of all time and be correct.
Well, that's true.
Oh,
They
and it
could.
is number 3.
Ooh, very nice.
That is going to be our wonderful restreamer Amarith. Got number 3 there. It was on the torch.
Ba 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 bum. Good job, Amarith.
Apparently, I did spoilers. My bad.
Shame on you. Yeah, I mean we are 10 seconds ahead on the one stream, so.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ooh, yeah, still about a minute and 30 some odd seconds behind. So it's down to execution. Oh, Hazu actually taking the time to go ahead and check a couple more chests, hoping for those silvers.
It looks like they just decided, you know what, Stalfo's room, that's all I'm gonna do here. Not going anymore.
Now, it does look like that Hazu did find butter, so that's going to give him a slight advantage. Not a huge one, per se, but just minuscule.
We do have that one key from unknown availability.
Yep, so he's not going to have any problem getting up the tower. Assuming these switches want to be kind.
Ooh, having a Hinox in that room is just, oh.
Oh, yeah. That's where menu switching comes in handy, because having a bomb is just a whole heck of a lot easier. But if you can avoid fighting them, more power to you.
We are really on even footing other than a one sword difference. We are getting a safety room check, but that's about it.
Wise play, honestly. You don't want to end up thinking you've got a slight lead, only to lose it just because you accidentally died without a fairy.
Oh, and the worst thing to have in this gauntlet is jazz hands. I would never wish jazz hands on anyone, to be honest, because those things are just, you can't
Evil?
find them. It's not that
Yes,
they're
they are
evil,
indeed
it's
evil.
just like, okay, so you see how he's just like, okay, where'd he go? Oh, and they are neck and neck.
Oh, good lord, yeah. UA is caught up a bit. Now, the timing is a little off. As you can see, Hazukitty's timer is about 9 seconds lagging. So he's still got a good 15-second lead. But seeing as how they entered about a minute and a half away from each other into the tower, yeah, they're gonna be close.
It's gonna be really, really.
Thankfully, nothing but a bit of Armos fights here. Desert land land mode 2 is gonna be super easy with these. Just a pop, 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 and you're good.
I do love whenever races do get this close because it is just, yeah, because you just look at it and think, wow, you know,
It's exciting. Yeah, the type of races where it's a complete and utter shutdown is kind of cool because it shows how execution really does play well in these situations. But yeah, when you get to a nail biter like this, where it is seconds away from one winning and the other one losing, it's like, oh my gosh, you're at the edge of your seat the entire time.
I mean, both of these guys have played so. I mean, they've had the seed has not been kind. They have been really. They've been the biggest troopers. Just to be able to even finish it.
Oh yeah, going on 2.5 hours here. This is just torture for these poor runners. And UA still just one room behind. Getting so close. Let's see if he can get this one in time.
It is just
Oof.
so. I mean, that is so hard when that happens because it's just Hazukitty still really wanting to find silvers, but
No luck. Ooh,
but
gets a convenient heart container.
Hazukitty's very, very, very healthy. I mean, no.
Yeah, 17 hearts is pretty good.
And we have our second helmet.
Oh god, this Almasaur. Oh,
So interestingly enough, I it's kind of like Herosor in the idea that you can really your hitbox is a whole lot bigger than you think it is.
uh-huh.
Oh no.
See, this is where bombs really come into play. Because 3 bombs and you've got the mask down. And if you can go ahead and destroy that thing while you're at a safe distance, then you avoid a drop like what happened to poor Hazukitty. Ooh, you just gotta be real careful where you place that bomb.
Come on, Hazu, you got this.
Alright, that's the mask down for UA. Just gotta be real careful. Halmasaur is down. UA has taken the lead. Oh boy.
This is exciting. This is a very exciting race.
Yeah, this is it. This is everything. This is gonna be nuts.
You're biting my nail from afar because, yeah.
Oh goodness, this is just gonna be so freaking close.
This is fine. This is definitely.
Everything is on fire, but it's fine.
All right, we are having agonometry at the same time.
That Eggo is just not one to be nice.
I'm not liking the pattern so much, but they are definitely taking it like champs there. And Aga 2.
Yep, that's
With
one Aga 2 down.
Hazukitty hot on his. Really hot on his.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure we have the Turtle Rock lava room heat.
All right, Beard Force 1, UA. Is he gonna drop? Yep, he's down. Heading into the Ganon fight at 227.07. Hazukitty.
Hazukitty is there. 227.04.
So technically he got in first.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's not fun. Hazukitty is on the second phase at the same time as UA. Technically,
All right.
Hazu's got an 8-second lead here.
Hold your breath.
Oh no, Hazu, please be careful.
Hazu just took the lead right there. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're both at half a heart. Come on, buddies. Come on. Yeah. They're in GT somewhere. Go back. Go back.
Just take it, dude. Don't risk losing the fairy. Just leave it be. Oh no! Does Hazu have a fairy? Oh, thank God.
Hazu has 3. I'm just gonna cover.
Yep, nothing bad happens if you can't see it. Yeah! Oh wait, got a fairy. We're good.
You know, a little more important than fairies.
They've got half magic and a. Uh-oh. UA didn't get the torch glitch. Ooh, that's not. UA, buddy? UA, buddy?
What?
I'm very confused. Did he just not feel confident without getting that torch glitch?
We might ask about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask about that.
Hazukitty's just over here. I am going to beat this pig, and we are.
I'm going to murder this bacon.
There could be. I don't know. I really don't know.
This is just nuts. Poor Hazu is not being able to get the last hit.
And they got it.
You can do it. Come on, Hazu.
You have lasted over 2.5 hours on this.
You got this. Woohoo!
And there it is. Get your GGs in chat for Haz as they are going across the hardest part of the entire game. A
And there's the GG. Good job to Hazukitty for winning. Got an official SRL time of 2:30:49.
And joining us in chat here is Hazukitty.
Well done, Hazu.
Yeah? Yeah. I kind of was panicking half the seed. I started panicking like at 1:30.
Well, you did fantastic.
It was those flippers. I knew I was out of logic, but I could not convince myself that tempered wasn't out of logic for UA because I was convinced I missed flippers somewhere. And then I realized that no, you cannot get tempered unless you had the flippers and therefore the hammer. So I still had a chance, and I was able to get myself together and keep going.
I gotta say, that was pretty clutch.
I was a little worried going up onto Dark Death Mountain for Hookshot Cave. Because, well, it was either that or Ice Palace. And I had skipped several chests because I didn't have any more bombs to do Resort Room jump. And come to think of it, I didn't have the hookshot then either. Yeah.
You know, whenever we were watching it and it was one point we're like, well, there's logic, and then well, I guess Hazukitty doesn't logic just doesn't apply. We'll just do whatever we want on there. So it was really
I realized at that point when I realized you needed flippers to get tempered, I realized that if UA hadn't done the fake flipper to the hobo, then he'd been stuck with fighter for half the seed.
Yep.
And it meant I still have a chance.
That really did hinder a lot of that. But let's go ahead and get those GGs in chat for Unknownavailability.
Good job!
Finishing up there. Getting an SRL time of 2:33:15. I don't believe he is going to be joining us for an interview, but GG's nonetheless.
definitely GG's. They both have both Hazukitty and Unknownavailability. You both did so amazingly well this entire race. It was definitely a race to watch. So I'd say looking forward here. I mean, we're in week 3, and we have a few more weeks of the league here. What more are you looking forward to?
Kind of looking forward to Mystery Week and Spoiler Week.
Oh,
My first spoiler Yeah, I did a spoiler practice with Walsh, and early on he told me that 3 swords were in GT, and I was like, well, okay then, and kept going. And that was my lowest time I'd ever gotten. And I don't remember what I did wrong, but if I had the Trinex safety door thing, I died twice on Trinex without safety door, and if I hadn't done that, I would have gotten about 130. So I think I can do okay in a spoiler week. Also the mystery week because I really like doing the weird things. Like swordless and inverted. Animizer.
Yep. Both Mr. Scruff and I are both doing Mystery Week ourselves for our team, and we definitely, we're both fans of mystery as well, mainly because we want to know. We love to guess the mystery and just figure out.
I did a a three street races against Demon RHK. And that last one, because we'd been in voice, I called the mystery really good. I made a new that lamp was in play. I had silvers, I had Master Sword, and I was like, wait. And then this crazy thought came into mind. It was like, this wasn't League weights, by the way. And I was like, if this is Zero Fast Ganon, I'd be in Go mode. Well, one item. It wasn't Zero Fast Ganon, it was one, but close enough.
Those are always the fun ones. And this is one reason why I absolutely adore Mystery, is that when you go through and you're trying to figure out everything, you get to a certain point where you're like, alright, am I able to complete the seed or not? If you don't have access to that pyramid, then you really don't know until right then and there.
I rushed Aga early just to see, and then I realized, oh wait, I don't have the pearl.
Kind of hard to read things when you're in a bunny form, that's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of good things you can do as a bunny, but reading is not one of them.
Unfortunate.
I'm a little surprised I won, actually. I was nervous since, for the past hour, I thought, oh no, UA's about to finish. UA's about to finish.
That's why we were talking about that, because having a seed go this long, 2.5 hours, it's nerve-wracking. It's mentally taxing, just not only because it's 2.5 hours of your time, but you were sitting there thinking, alright, my opponent hasn't got done yet, where are they? So it's hectic crazy.
My average used to be 3 hours, and it's currently 2:15 to 2:30, and everyone in the tournament has a lower average than me. And I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't he done? What's going on?
I feel you completely. My average was up there as well, and I've won my first race ever in this league, and so when you get that, it does feel really good. And you played really well, especially with what bosses you were thrown at when you were throwing them, and it was definitely a very, very fun race to watch.
I should have gone to East DM before going back to Viddy. But after dying twice, I was like, no, bail.
That is the really tough thing about Inamizer too. Not only trying to just figure out where to go with what you've got and what you can kill, but just trying not to get your jimmies rustled by the really terrible enemy placement and the boss placement.
Yeah. That second Viddy, I wouldn't have died there, but I forgot that Viddy bounce around in a Hera.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that.
Yep, that is a killer. It will get me every time I see it. It'll get people without even knowing it all the dang time.
Ooh, sub 10 menu time.
Hey, very nice.
Thanks for the restream, and this was a pretty good seed, and it's the first real race I won, because the only other race I won on a tournament was that one Plando race.
Hey, not bad. But thanks for running. It was really entertaining to watch.
Thank you.
We thank you for taking the time out to chat with us afterwards, and definitely putting yourself out there on restream, and that race was very entertaining to watch. Do you have any final thoughts or anything about that seed, or anything you'd like to say?
I feel a lot better about the league now. Yeah, nothing stops the Hazukat. Yeah.
Well,
It's great,
again, excellent job there.
It's great doing the interview with you guys.
Well, it was great talking to you. So we're gonna wrap this up here, and that was Beard Force One versus Tower Roomies with Hazukitty winning with that SRL time of 2 hours and 30 minutes and some change. I am TabbyCat54, and if you like what you saw here, give you know Hazukitty and UA a follow. We have our awesome tracker here of Scrub Casual, did a fantastic job pushing all them buttons, and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Thank you so much for coming with.
My pleasure. I'm gonna go pass out in my bed now.
Alrighty. Well, again, if you like what you heard here, definitely follow the runners, follow the commentators, or follow the trackers. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay.
Night, everybody.